This is a warning to the false preachers, prophets, teachers of the Bible that want to teach scripture to control people for harlots, just as people do women and men on the street corner. See, they want to treat them as whores, sleeping with the sheep. See, they have their husband, and you're doing to them worse than what the taskmasters did in Egypt, as did our forefathers. See, we clearly is shown what they do. However, today we keep, and they love to just make sure that they stay in bondage and mind control. See, many become rich. Some become wealthy off the flock of the Most High God, feeding themselves as you see them selling you nothing more than a pipe dream, a vision, mainly just like an illusion. See, they keep you in the state of denial of the truth, keeping you in the lie, and better to lie, and the more they lie, the more money they make. Mind control. See, the more that they have, the more that they control, the more fish they catch. See, many build their own ponds. Some build lakes, some build rivers, some build seas. Why? Because they're going to have the fish, and they keep the fish there to where that's what's going to support them. And it comes in the form of a building, a structure, image that they can see, that they can go to. And they lay out the bathrooms and seatings and stage that people just really wonder about and just think it's all of art, this beautiful edifice. See, then they set the stage with the greeters, the lights, cameras, images, and videos. Everything just all set up. Entire cast to perform as you sit waiting for the main negotiator to come out and close the performance. They have these choirs that come out in the bands, and you can't forget the director. You can't forget the director. See, the marketplace to reinforce the drug that just ingested into you 1 hour early. So you can go and get the drug to keep that drug in your ear all the time. See, now you have them with designer drugs, purchasing ones that they want you to get into. The higher the dose, the more you support Satan. You have to understand the desire of many of them. See, they desire them to be teachers of the Bible. While you really think they're working for God, they're really working for Satan. And how's the simplest way to spot one? What is the simplest way to spot one of these dealers, one of these false prophets, one of these false preachers, one of these false teachers? The one that sell you pipe dreams, sell you lies, saying what you want to hear. See, I even heard something even very profound yesterday that one of my brothers sent me. That even Creflo said that Satan wants you to keep the law of God so you can fail. Satan wants it. This is just, I'm talking about complete heresy. But you have many people still, no matter what, they're going to sit there and they're going to listen to this man because they're images of this man, and that's what they want to believe. They'll pay to support him, pay to support his building, and he's running nothing but a brothel. Excuse me. Today, you'll see many kids desire to work for Satan, to become the image of Satan of what they see on what those preachers are doing. Their desire is for monetary reason, and the perception of what you see that's shown to them. Let me be a little bit more direct. And it's relating to money, and it's the main mechanism which is applied by one negotiator for the performance he do every Sunday. And many now do it on the Sabbath day. See, the drug of choice is not only to change your life, but it's the very thing that puts you in debt. It's under mind control. Let me explain a little bit how this works. See, the Most High God of Israel, he give. Understand what giving is. Giving, you don't pay for. So he gives you preachers. Not sending you and they charge you. He give you preachers. And if you're supporting their lifestyle, what they do, you're going to support their lifestyle, and they seek to perform every weekend. See, the Most High God gives you preachers. See, the Most High God made an agreement with them. But what happened with them, see, they didn't want to go with the agreement. See, we have to look at something. See, it says in Matthew 2:20 it says, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which went out early in the morning, hired laborers into his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard. His vineyard agreed upon a penny. You're a labor. You're a servant. Understand what that's saying. He's the one that hired us to work in the kingdom of heaven because it was taken by force, and we are here to find the treasure that was mixed in all the trash that's going into the furnace. So he needs us to sift and to work all this stuff out. See, we're here to clean, dig, and we dig over here, we dig a little bit over there. We're going in 5 buildings, we're going in there finding those dry bones to get those people, dust them off, get them back ready. But some is in there already dead. I don't care what you do. They're dead. Because they're hooked on the drug and they won't come out. You got some that won't even go to rehab. See, so we are put to work on what we was agreed on with the Most High God. We agreed for that penny. See, they feel the pay is not good for many. They don't think that pay is good. But the benefits, see, it's the benefits that you're seeking. See, you don't seek the money, you seek the benefits. See, many people even do that even today. What they do, they go to a job and they seek not so much as a job. They'll tell you the job is one thing, but the benefits is unreal. Once we out there, see, we're going to get dirty. We're going to get filthy. Same as Yahushai. We're going to get filthy. But we got to remember one thing. While we're working in the field, as it's saying, he sends us into the vineyard as we get dirty and we look for what we look for. Then what ended up happening, Zechariah, just as Yahushai, now Yahushai was clothed in filthy garments and stood before the angel. He answered and spake and stood before him. And he said, right after that, he told him what? And answered and spake unto those that stood by him, saying, take away the filthy garments from him. And unto him he said, behold, I have caused thine iniquity to pass from thee, and I will clothe thee with change of raiment. With change of raiment. So he's going to clothe us as we have worked in the field, doing his work. But you have them want to do another. You have them don't want to do this. See, you have them who trying to work in the house already and not in the field. See, but here you work in the field first and then you invited into the house. See, and you can't work in the house and you be dirty, so he give you a change of raiment. This is to these false pastors, these false preachers, these false prophets. See, you work in the field first. You don't feel that you're going to get all the money and now you're going to just be in the house. See, he tell you when you go into the field, and this is the catch. You can't carry nothing with you into the field. See, he told you clearly as day. You can't take your script, purse, nothing out there when you going into the field. But somehow you guys have taken the money with you while you was out there, and you had gained more money and thinking you're going to come back in with the filth. You thinking you're going to come back in with the filth. So the Most High God sends true pastors to warn you and to prepare the others for pickup on his return. Again, the Most High God sent true pastors and teachers to warn you, but on the other side, to prepare the people for their return. And they will need a seal on his covering, because his covering is the only thing that can protect you from the wrath and destruction that he's going to bring with it. So we do this because our desires is his desires. See, because our desires is to have a peaceful atmosphere. So as he said, he made this clear. I will give you pastors according to my heart. See, these are according to his heart that agreed upon that penny, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. See, he made this clear. This is clear because his desires is our desires, because we are the laborers and we're going to go into his vineyard and we're going to do the work. These are going to teach according to his commandments and the instruction, not our own thoughts. Because the kingdom was taken already. It's taken, so he sent us where it was taken by violence, and we here to just start cleaning up everything. See, it said, from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence. From the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. So the kingdom of heaven is already got all this filth, and we're here to clean it up. We're here to warn, get you prepared. See, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence. See, you got killings, rapings, murders, silly wars. And this is not just among other countries, but it's on mankind. The children of Israel is the main focus. Welcome to King James Bible University. I'm Elder Michael Johnson with the Lost Sheep of Israel. And we're giving a warning to these preachers, these teachers, and these prophets, including the people that's sitting under them. Including the people sitting under them. They're taking crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. See, they have said and they counseled against the Most High's people. See, and they use lies. Even one said on how they tried to do us. They had the horror of the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. Said you had bad blood. Said Israel had bad blood. The Tuskegee syphilis experiment to try to get rid of black people. See, you have in the 20th century where even our black babies was being used as alligator bait in north central Florida. See, you have Wall Street, which they had Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They're trying to find ways to destroy us as a nation. They're trying to find these ways. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. No more remembrance. You don't see how serious this really is. See, they don't want you here on earth, period. See, this is just a few why they trying to destroy the nation, but one of the biggest ways that they try to get rid of you is through the church. It's through the church. Because the church can destroy the spirit. having us worshiping idol gods, idols, people, money. You name it, they find a way to cut us off from the Most High God. See, even today, they even do all the intermarrying with other nations to breed you out of extinction. They do it with dogs. They try to do it with us. To breed you out of extinction. They're going to breed you into extinction to where we will be no more of a nation. This way, Israel will be no more in remembrance. No more in remembrance. For they had consulted together in one consent. They are confederate. They are all joined together against thee. See, it's us against the world. Why? Because they consulted together, all together, in killing, even justifying, by saying they were scared. And they would destroy our children. And saying they were scared. They're confederate, and also what you have to see in the violence through what they do. So they have done a lot of this through the preaching. They can move it around. Teaching, which is not a God. See, it's not only though violence, but even though the preaching and the teaching of the one Savior, the Most High God of Israel, see, it's the easiest way. It's the easiest way of doing something of our own convenience, but what they do, they took other avenues. And the easiest way they did that, as I said, they did that through the preaching. See, they even did that through Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson. They put them up there. Martin Luther King said, where the mountain fell, the stone of hope is there. And he's calling himself the stone of hope. Martin, you can literally go look at it, and he actually got it on the side. They actually had it on the side of his monument. Something to look to, an image, an idol. And he is the main proponent that actually put Planned Parenthood in black communities. And many of us see him as a hero. And he was destroying our children by the millions. Jesse Jackson. And many other so-called black leaders. When money is there, crookedness comes in. Because it's what in it for them. See, making one think you be against man. And that's not our problem if we going against God. So they use these men to make you leave the Most High God. They have done this thing, and they said everyone should leave his own laws, as all the heathens agreed according to the commandments of the king. Getting us to leave our laws of the Most High God and to adhere to the laws of their God. Eating unclean things and doing all these things that we shouldn't be eating, they have us eating. We consuming things we shouldn't be consuming. We doing things we shouldn't be doing. Leaving our laws on the table and coming over to their table and live the riotless life. See, they have gotten many Israelites to do the same. To worship on Sunday and not the Sabbath day. To leave the laws of the Most High God of this world. See, there everything goes. There everything goes. Because what? Yea, many also, the Israelites, consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. Why? Because it's being done in the church. They're having the church doing this. Telling you what? And it's clearly law. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. But what are we doing? Profaning the Sabbath and keeping it not holy. We have Israelites that are today's great orators. Meaning what? They can mix the philosophies and make it lies. And now they're taking Bible verses and being cunning as their father, Satan, the devil, was doing. Here's why. The serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. The preachers will tell you this today. They would tell you this today. You will not surely die. You will not surely die in this lifestyle. Believe and you will be as gods and live forever. This is what they're saying. Believe and you will be as gods forever. Why? Because your lifestyle, and all you got to do is just say you apologize for what you're doing, but you will enter into the kingdom of heaven. Why? For God doeth know in the day that you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And since you know them, and then you can run any kind of doctrine you want, and he have to accept you as it is. This is what they pump you. Just believe. Don't do anything. Just believe. The day you learn this doctrine, your eyes will be open, and you will be as gods, knowing what's right from wrong. Being great orators, and what they're doing, they dress, they travel on your dime, driving in nice vehicles, doing everything, having nice homes on your dime. Whatever they say, you begin to believe them. If you disagree, they'll slay you and oppress you, and then they won't even hold themselves guilty when they do you. Whose oppressors slay them? They're oppressing you and you don't even know it. Holding themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, understand what they're saying. And they that sell them, they selling you on the corner and making you come in there and give them their money. This is what they do to you. Not just other nations, your own nation's doing it now. Blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. So when you can't do it anymore, they're not going to pity you. They just get another one. They just get another one. See, you can spot them a mile away. See, these do everything not according to the Most High God. Because the Most High God pastors. See, the Most High God pastors have rules to follow as a servant of the Most High God to his people. See, they have rules. See, we have to follow rules. We can't just do what we want to do. We have rules to go into his field. He says, feed the flock of God which is among you, taking oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly. Not for a filthy lucre, not for money. See, you can't be doing this for money. How many of them that you seen was driving in a broke down Yugo, and now they're driving in a Bentley on your dime? Because of their great orators. Feeding themselves, calling themselves shepherds. He said, you're a laborer, you're a servant. They say they're a shepherd. These are shepherds for Satan because they want that position, so he gives it to them. Keeping them in the pen for slaughter. See, he said, Son of man. Son of man. Oh, I'm a man. Oh, I'm a man. Oh, so what is he saying? So why are we on this here? Son of man. This is his people. Prophesied against the shepherds of Israel. Oh, he wants us to tell you something. So people saying, so what authority is he coming in? Because the Most High said, I'm a servant, son of man. Prophesied against the shepherds of Israel. So I'm prophesying against you. And say unto them, thus said the Lord. So thus said the Lord unto you shepherds. Woe be unto you. And you don't want my God sitting there telling woe to you. But he told me to say, woe to you. I'm going to tell you, woe to you. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. You in trouble. You guys got a problem. How I know? He telling me to tell you this. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves, and should not the shepherds feed the flock? Now y'all got a problem. So what he did, he gave us a green light on y'all. See, we got a green light on you. Prophesied against you today. See, here's why. See, the Most High God want to talk to you so-called shepherds. See, you're feeding yourselves and not the people. See, you're using the people to support yourselves, and you create the lifestyles of the rich and famous. This is what you do. See, guess what? You had to remember, I know y'all remember Preachers of LA. I know you remember it. You know, and I know some of them too. Personally know them. Guess what? False teachers and false prophets. False teachers and false prophets and false preachers. But most people love the lifestyle that these silly men was doing. Preachers of LA. In the lifestyle you guys were making them, you supporting them. You got some of them living up in Bel Air. Why? Because you support them and you make sure they can live there. Preachers of Detroit. Preachers anyway. You support and help them to live at their status. Then you even have some, they even get their own networks to give you these great understandings of the Bible, and they giving you nothing but nonsense. All while feeding themselves. If they were true servants of the Most High God, then you would already know they'd be poor. And just as Yahweh came and he became poor for us, but can become rich. In what? In spirit. Teach the word, and we agreed upon the Most High with a price. Then you'll see they would tell you where you can go if you tell them to agree upon that penny. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Why? Ye eat the fat and clothe you with the wool. Ye kill them that are fed, you kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock. You want to tell you what? I seen one time where this one pastor, and actually one I actually know him, and he's sitting there and he was bragging about his $5,000 and $10,000 suits that Israel bought for him. And he don't have one, he has many. He don't have one, he has many. You buying them the $1 million houses, they net worth, you have some that's more than $1 billion. Giving you and injecting you with the doctrines of the devil. Have one set up a meeting online. Have one who had that doctrine. One. And put it against the doctrine of the Bible. And I'd be more than happy to sit in. More than happy to sit in. And I dare one to say the Bible is not commentary on what they're going to teach. Calling themselves, they go and pull all these commentary, calling they church fathers, stupid concordances. See, this is what people do. They like to go get concordance, and all you should be running the straight Bible. No chasers. I know some of y'all like to drink. I know you know what that means. I don't drink, but I know I heard that, and I know they saying chaser. I don't know what the chaser mean, but I know they saying something, you get something, you do a chaser behind it. But I dare you to tell one to put him here. Because they liars of the Bible. They speak nonsense. Buying private planes and saying they're doing the work of the Most High God. I dare you to put one of them liars before somebody. Dare you to put one before me. He wants your money. Yahweh himself had to borrow a dang coat for transportation. And they brought a coat to Yahushua and cast their garments to him to be set upon. Wasn't even his. He came to town on borrowed transportation, and it was not his. And even more so, we know he was in that prophecy, and he wasn't even prepared to where he was going to get a car or his coat. He had to borrow it. See, he borrowed the coat because he didn't have no transportation. But you having these pastors, because he said, what's the relation there? You had these pastors saying they need a plane. Just bring it a little bit closer. Not borrow a plane or buy a ticket. They want a plane. See, you have more than that one that got that $65 million. You got many other ones. Israel, they have private planes. So they rolling around. So they putting themselves above Yahushua. See, and Yahushua said unto him, the foxes have holes, and the birds have their nest, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. He didn't even have a house. But we want to put them in the $1 million houses. Showing them so-called how God is so good to us. No, their God, is Satan. Foxes have holes, and he's telling you this himself. And the birds have their nest, but the Son of Man have nowhere. He don't have nowhere to lay his head. So he can be sitting there the same thing. That's why he's sitting right up there, right on the right hand of God, sitting there like, wait a minute, Father, how they get it, and I didn't? How did they get this, and I didn't? I was putting in work. I even died. How they get it? Because they're not teaching what you think they're teaching. See, meaning this. See, the goal is of the flesh. Meaning what? See, they want to be rich in the flesh and not in the spirit. See, Yahushua in the spirit was loaded. See, he was loaded with eternity. Something all money in the world cannot buy. See, it's an inheritance to Israel. See, and if you want that inheritance, the world lifestyle, as you see here, as the wealth of the inheritance, that's why Yahushua didn't want it. Because the inheritance here of this world is filth. That's all you see. It's just filth. And it comes shortly to an end. So we come through and he getting dirty, the same as compared living with swines. Because when you want to live in this world, you compare living like a swine. You living like a swine, and let's go through a little parable and understand. It said a certain man had 2 sons. See, this is just as the Most High God given power to become sons of God. See, the parable is this. These 2 sons, he gave them each some pennies. He gave them some substance, which is nothing more than doctrine. Nothing more than doctrine. The parable. It's nothing more than doctrine. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of my goods that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living. His living. See, catch this. You need to catch this. See, because the younger was looking at what was going on in the world. And he wanted to be joined to them. So the father divided up the doctrine, and let's see what the younger one did with it. See, not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country. And there wasted his substance with riotous living. You don't see it, don't say money. See, this is the catch you need to catch. He wasted it with riotous living. Not many days he had packed up, he went into the world, wasted his substance, meaning the very essence. Understand, the substance, the very essence of one characteristics of usefulness. He went out there and went crazy, living like a fool, the fundamental qualities of respect of doctrine, the matter of creation, doing what? Riotous living with lowering yourself with the help. This is what we do. This is what we do. It gets better. And when he has spent all, and when he has spent all, he arose a mighty famine in the land. Now they teach, because they don't know. They teach that it was a famine in the land, but it wasn't a famine. It's a famine in knowledge. Wisdom, not there. It's a famine in the land. There ain't no common sense there. Why? He was riotous living there. So let's see what went on. Arose a mighty famine in the land, and he began to be in want. Oh, now he's in want. See, but as I said, to feed the flesh was fine. To feed the flesh was fine. Feeding the spirit, to have the wisdom and the knowledge, is not there. The famine. Let me say it again. Feeding the flesh, it was fine. No famine. Feeding the spirit with wisdom and knowledge is a famine. There's no wisdom and knowledge there. None. None there. And the son became a member. So it goes on. And he went and joined himself to the citizens of that country. Why? Because he wanted to be, he seen what was going on. So he went and joined himself to this stuff. And where did he go? And he sent him into the fields to feed swine. See, if it was such a famine in the land, why are the swines there? Why are the swines there? See, they sent him into the field because they doing what they doing, but they sent him into the field to feed swine. See, now you think he's a Gentile, a citizen of the world, and not. See, he went and he fed himself to them and fed himself in there, and what did he become? He's out there acting like he's a swine. And you sitting there saying, well, I thought it was a famine. But the food for the animals, swine. See, this is telling you, speaking of no knowledge. Clearly just no knowledge, nothing. And he joined himself to the world, and these are the false preachers, the false teachers who you joined yourself to. And it's a famine in the land, because when you go in there, there's no knowledge in that church. There's no knowledge there. It's a famine. But you're going in there and you're eating the slop from the pig. See, when you're sitting in there, you're thinking you're getting a steak and you're eating slop from swine. You're eating vomit. You're doing these things and you're thinking you're doing what's right. You have joined yourself to the world with these false preachers and teachers. He's feeding you a lie, and you think he's feeding you the truth. But robbing people, and they getting rich. Doing everything not according to God's heart. Everything. So that preacher has done this stuff, so now he's so set up. He's doing good, so he can build bigger edifice for you to come in. But he still works for the Most High, and he don't. He works for his Most High, who is Satan. He works for the ancient and honorable. He works for the ancient and honorable. He is the head, and the prophet that teaches lies is his tail. See, this is who they work for. This is who they work for. This is what they do. See, this is the one who he's no joke to play with, but you guys sitting there, well, you know, Satan come to me and I tell him, kick him, get out of here, Satan. Please, Satan's sitting right there next to you and you're kicking out God. Thinking you done kicked out Satan. Satan is no joke. And many people gonna fall by it. Because the ancient and honorable, he's not one to be played with. And many people gonna fall behind him. He's the driving force of this world today. The ancient and honorable. He is the head, and his reward is to gain, for you to gain the riches of this world and lose your own soul. But he's going to give you the riches of this world. He's God to you. And he's going to give you the riches. He's going to give you your planes. He's going to give you your $5 million things off the people. Off the people. They will even tell you it's being done in the name of the Most High. They says this. See, in the heads thereof judge for reward. The priests teach for hire. They teach for hire. They teach for hire. The prophets thereof divine for money. Yet they will lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us. Are you seeing this? This is in your Bible, and we have people going to sit there and go in there, have a Bible in their hand and look the part and never crack it open. Satan pays his boy based on their performances. The better the performance, the bigger he make your building. And how whoever is not willing to make it in the kingdom, see, Satan priests are paid well. See, in their keep to where they can be better performing, so they build different buildings to attract you to Satan's pen. Satan's church. The better you are, the better your reward. People think this is a work for the Most High God, and it's not. That's what they do. It's Satan's work. And they say, it's not the Most High God among us? As if he's appearing to being God. Because you see him he's driving planes and doing all these things. Most High said, no, I'm going to give you a penny. 1 penny. Don't you take nothing in there with you. So if we coming in here to teach you, and he said we can't take nothing with us. So as we sitting here and we teaching you, we can't take no personal script, no nothing with us. How can we say, okay, donate back to us or pay a tithe to us to where I can put it in my pocket? He said we can't take it in to teach. Are you with me? Better yet, when we supposed to teach and go in there, you can't take your wallet. So you can't take nothing with you to where you can put no money or no form of that in your hand. This is what's happening. But they have came in there and they're taking these things with them, and this is what they did. This is what they have done. They're taking these things and they have made it all as a way to what they do. Let me explain this. See, Satan himself, so don't marvel. So Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. See, you looking for something to come to you to appear as the beast, why they put that there. But that's not true. See, he's going to come just as clean as attack. Not scary. See, Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. And just because you're not reading the instruction of the Bible, the law, then he would look like an angel of light to you. And since you didn't appear to be a reader and a studier, Satan appears as an angel of light. So even his preachers and teachers can transform themselves the same way by that perception, using the characteristics and the things of this earth with their possessions to make you believe. And many will see what they believe is true. Satan shows you the perception because you don't use precepts. You don't use precepts. And if you ever look at perception in precepts, all you putting on there is ION, the same as they do at the end of Jewish, ISH. See, because you said use precepts and they do preceptions. Are you with me? See, precepts is PRECEPT. Shun, they just add ION. Preception, they removing the precept. So they making it look like the authentic, but they using the perception to get you to believe what they pushing. Are you with me? See, and they use Jewish. See, you know what a Jew is supposed to be and what we are, but then they put the ISH, which is a characteristic of being a Jew. They're going to act like, and what's the worst part is, the Jewish act more as a Jew than we do. So why are you mad at them? We're so mad at them because they doing what they supposed to do and it's not their God, but we won't do it, but we mad at them. Do you know how silly that is? And all you have to do is just start doing what you're doing. Don't worry about, oh, y'all not the people, y'all not the people. Okay, we know they're not the people. Okay, so why you gonna trip with them? You need to get yourself right. See, and then they tell you these things and get you to believe all this stuff. So therefore, it's no great thing that the ministers also be transformed as ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. See, these will tell you even the law is done away with. Because you don't read the book. So you believe it. They tell you it's three gods. Foolishness. And you believe it. You can't even find that nowhere in the book. You have Moses himself telling you, "Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our God is one Lord." One. It should say Yahweh God is three gods, three lords, or something to that effect. Moses telling you this. And they'll sit there and say, no, it's three. It's three. Yahweh is going to tell you himself. For thus said the Lord that created the heavens. Wait a minute. Again, he's telling you. For thus said the Lord. Who's telling you? The Most High. For thus said the Lord. Who's telling you? The Most High. That created the heavens. God himself that transformed, that formed the earth and made it. He have established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else. None. And people still fight you on three. Tell you all day long it's three. Silliness. He's constantly always working the singular, and we keep putting him in the plural. They like to use, because they can't figure out some verses. So then they even said Elohim. And to tell you just how silly this is, you even have Israelite brothers teaching Elohim. Well, that means, that means a couple. Because why? Because they can't figure out the rest. But then they say they know Hebrew. They can't figure out the rest, but then the silliest thing is they can't speak English great enough for themselves or know what things is what. They can't tell you the difference between many things which is in the Bible, but then they're going to go off and they're going to teach you another language and don't even know their language. English is their first language, don't know that good enough, but then they're going to teach you another language. Do you know how silly that is? Do you know how silly that is? It'll make more sense if they learn Hebrew and then the Hebrew who want to learn English and then they start teaching them in English. But they speak English and then they got 2 months of speaking Yiddish and then they're going to go out and now they're going to teach Hebrew and don't even know anything. It's silliness. Silliness. Because Elohim don't mean 3 or 2. It means the supreme one. One. The one in authority. The superior over other. Meaning what? The highest ranking, the chief, the head, the top, the superior one, first sovereign to himself. Period. But you have them tell you everything otherwise. And then the first thing they want to do is be Lord over you. First thing they want to do, be God over you. Why? Because they're going to tell you what to do. Oh, pastor appreciation. Oh, they need to come here. Why? You're a laborer. You're a servant. And you want them to reverence you. You're a fool. But this is what they do. Neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being examples to the flock. This is what we to do. Dang, that dude sure worked good. One day, if I can give him something, I give him something. Neither being lords over God's heritage. Being examples. How many of them fools out there being paid? See, because you bring all your things and put it at the Most High's feet, but y'all bring it, putting it at their feet. Trying to add themselves as God over the Most High's heritage. And the Bible clearly telling you, neither being lords over them in any way. But you believe it? See, you got that problem where they say, I'm the shepherd lie. I'm the shepherd. Why are they saying the shepherd? Because they want to be the Lord over you. This is the problem. This is the problem. And the problem that the biggest problem that they have is, see, they can't refute the precepts. So what they do, they'll comment and just say, I don't believe it. That's not true. And they still a liar. It doesn't matter. You're still a liar. But you want to rip people off. You want to be lords over them. You want them, I know this year, I know they do it sometime beginning of the year, they're going to have these pastors' appreciations all over the place where you guys going to come and put money and give them tributes. Fools. This is what we do. Neither being lords over God's heritage. You do that to God. But they give you the shepherd lie. And there's only one good shepherd. But you're under the delusion, the servant of Satan, not the Most High God. See, God knows they are servants and not lords. See, Satan's servants make you pay tribute to them, saying it's God's. And saying it's for God. But they saying this is for God, and they're going to buy a house, which what you gave them. Oh, I'm telling you, this is for God. Will a man rob God? Y'all need to bring all that money because I need to go buy me a new car. This is what they do. And the Most High, they want nothing from you. Because he always said, for every beast of the field is mine. The cattle upon 1,000 hills. Really? For everything that belongs to him, we try to give back to him. And you don't think you wicked. You would sit right there and say, well, I don't think I'm wicked. He just said, for every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. All this belong to him. All of it. All of it. And to show you how wicked we are, we'll take what's his and we try to give it back to him. For every beast of the field is mine, and we try to give it back. Right there, Lord. Okay, let me go get one of my sheep. Every beast of the field is his. So why are you lying? I know all the fowls of the mountain and the wild beasts of the field are mine. It belonged to him. So the fowls of the beasts, everything in our forefathers was sacrificing what to him? His stuff. You know, we gotten worse. Now we even saying there ain't no more laws. Yeah, how wish I paid it all? This is what they teach. Yeah, how wish I paid it all? They lie. And he left us clearly. It tells you, 1 Peter 2:21, for even hereunto ye are called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps. So why you have people sitting out here telling you everything otherwise? He's an example. And they teaching you, no, he paid it off. He's an example. No, he paid it off. No, he left you an example for you to follow. And we don't. But they thinking in a way, the only way is just stupid. It's craziness. Trying to give the Most High God what belongs to him, deceiving themselves and think they can do this to the Most High God. You want to deceive him. As he said, but cursed be the deceiver, which we are. See, many of us have a problem when he's using these words, and then you take it as a disrespect because you want to put yourself on a pedestal, think your crap don't stink, and it do. See, cursed be the deceiver. Which has in the flock of a male and voweth. Wait a minute. You have it and you vow it and sacrifice unto Yahweh a corrupt thing. Why? Because it wasn't yours. It wasn't even yours. And you gonna sacrifice. You gonna kill something that even had nothing to do with nothing. The sheep, hey, come over here, bad hat, huh? You come over there and then you kill him. He ain't even did nothing. You did it. Cursed be the deceiver. You're a deceiver. Hey, Yahweh, well, sorry, Lord. But, Yahweh, I need you to get back up on the cross because I sinned. You know how foolish that is? Do you know how unwise that is what we're doing? Do you realize how unwise that is why we do this? We all have grown up. Many of us have went and extended our educations, and we still lie in the full mess of stupidness. This is what we do. Behind a dang orator who's lying to you. We have let ourselves just go. Sit right there with them, and we think we're somebody and we're not. Based on a degree. And we being a deceiver to the Most High God. Faking ourselves to people. For I am a great king, saith the Yahweh of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. The heathens know, but we don't. Why? Because we listening to these dang false preachers of Satan. They teach it, we believe it. They lie about everything and we believe it. But then when you hear the truth, you don't want it. They tell you to eat what you want, believe how you want, and guess what? God gonna accept you anyway. They're teaching you to be a deceiver to God. But the heathens know. You see, they down there in Jerusalem right now trying to get it right, but it ain't gonna help. But I'm just saying, but they down there. They're trying to get it right. So why are you blaming them? Why? You blaming them because they trying to keep what we supposed to be keeping, but you want to look at them and you want to call them everything under the sun, and you ain't doing nothing. And you think they're crazy? You think they're crazy? They looking at us like we're fools. Because a lot of them know who you are. They looking at us like we're fools. Cursed be the deceiver. Why? Because we don't even understand our own book. Many people we have this issue. They're teaching you just to be a deceiver and not to fear the Most High God. He said you sacrifice something that you won't. He made that clear. Wherefore, when he cometh into the world, he said, sacrifice the offering not what is not, but a body. But a body thou hast prepared. But a body thou hast prepared. You didn't prepare that sheep. That belongs to the Most High God. As Abraham, Isaac, as with your child. Better yet, what about you? You want to sacrifice everything but you. Everything but you. You're a deceiver. You're crooked. We're sinful because we done sat there and sat up under these fools and wouldn't crack our dang book open and read what's in it and walk out because he done gave us a feel-good message and injected us with silliness. And we're going to use Yahushua every time as an scapegoat. And there's a remembrance in all that we continue to do. Because why? Because we continue to do it. But once it's been purged or being taught, we shouldn't have no more to be offered. Because that the worshipers once purged should have no more conscience of sin. But you see, that's the lie. Because we're not doing it. Because we have conscience of sin. We have conscience of doing this. We have conscience of doing everything we're doing. Because guess what? We know we just did it. We're living this sinful life. We have been taught this way, and we put everything on Yahushua. He paid it. They even got songs on it. He paid it all. Oh, you got some people start crying on it. Jesus paid it all. Just be quiet. We shouldn't even have no more conscience of that sin, and they sin right behind it. But in those sacrifices, it is a remembrance again made a sin every year. Why? Because that's what we do. We're not even looking. We're not being wise. We're not being wise. We're gonna tell you what you call it? Silliness. Silliness. There's a remembrance made for sin every year. The same thing we was doing, we go back and do it. You tell, hey, they like to use Jesus. Jesus, go get back up on the cross, because I'm gonna go over here and sin, so I need you to get back up on the cross. You paid it all. Silliness. And then the first thing you want to say, well, I ain't wicked. Are you serious? He said a body. Not money. Not anything. A body. In fact, he said unto them, render therefore unto Caesar things which be Caesar's, and unto God things which be God's. See, because you belong to somebody. You belong to somebody. See, you give to Caesar things which are Caesar, and things to God which are God. See, the money, the image, the likeness of Caesar belongs to Caesar. So you should be giving it to Caesar. However, God created you in his image, and you belong to him. See, and it said, God said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness. See, God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. So you belong to him. See, the image of God, he created us. And we're to teach according to what he's doing, to get us back into the kingdom, but we're not doing that. See, we listen to false preachers, teachers of Satan, even as Eve and Adam did in the garden. Because they teaching the commandments done away with. Same as I told you. I seen the video. Creflo Dollar did it. I don't know when he did it, but they showed me a video where he did that. So it says, Yahweh says this himself, whosoever shall break one of the least commandments and shall teach man so, he should be called the least in the kingdom. Technically, you ain't getting in there, but we're going to clear that up. We're going to make sure you understand that. But he goes on more. But, okay, so you got a but in there. Whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. He's telling you this out of his own mouth. But you having preachers telling you the commandments done away with. They're going to be called the least in the kingdom. But the ones who telling you you need to keep them, going to be called great. But he's carrying out in the kingdom. Kingdom, kingdom, kingdom. We need to understand this. So it's saying, so I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. Meaning what? See, except meaning a bigger thing. See, I'm going to tell you what it means. It's an exclusion for what is already the standard of truth. That except, that's what that says. That's what that means. What is already the standard of truth, and it had to exceed the scribes and Pharisees, because theirs don't even come up to it either. But so it got to exceed God's, is what it's actually saying. There are no case shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. So you mean you ain't getting in. That's all it technically means. You're not getting in. You're not getting into the house. Here's why. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Revelation 22 verse 14. Revelation 22 verse 14. But they're going to tell you, you don't do them. Blessed are they that do his commandments. This is at the end of the book. Get down to verse 22, you're going to see amen. Blessed are they that do his commandments. But they tell you the commandments are done away with. Why say this back here? It says the blessed are they that's under grace. That's what it should be saying, because they say they're living under grace. But it says here, blessed are they that do his commandments. But they say, hey, no, commandments are done away with. So it should just say, blessed are they that is under grace. But it don't say that. It don't say that. You don't see it there. That they may have right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates into the city. See, blessed are what? Doing the commandments of the Most High God. That knowledge, you got to have that knowledge. Not depending on what Yahweh had done. See, this is the problem. This is why people don't like this. See, because they depend on what Yahweh had done, and Yahweh was an example for us to follow. I'll say that again, because I know a lot of y'all probably went right over your head because you want to continue in sin. So I'm going to say it again. We depended on what Yahweh had done, and what Yahweh had done was an example for us to follow. Because if we don't follow his example, you ain't getting in. See, actually, you don't take. Okay, let me show you what actually happened. Let's look at this. The next day, John saith, Yahweh coming unto him, and said, Behold, the Lamb of Yahweh, which taketh away the sins of the world. See, this is what everybody knows. But what we have to do, it says, the next day, John said, salvation coming. But with this salvation coming, with it coming, was what? Was he a lamb or was he a man? Was he a lamb or was he a man? He was a man. But it's saying the Lamb of God. Why? Because the Lamb of God want to show you the illustration on how we do it right. So Yahweh was the example for us to follow. You're getting a little bit clearer now, ain't it? See, this is what it was. See, he used this man to show us, and we were doing animals. He said, no, y'all little dumb children. No, y'all little dumb children, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You keep doing the sheep. But if you do it, you're going to bring me the best. We couldn't even get that right. So he said, no. Come here, y'all little dumb children. Y'all come here. And we all came over there. And he says, no, I'm going to have him as the Lamb, Yahweh. John seen Yahweh coming. And he said, behold, hey, that's the one going to be the Lamb of God. It's him. It's a man. You didn't see Yahweh walking with a lamb. Like how people walk with, like people walk their dogs. He's the Lamb. And he got to stay with Yahweh for that a long time. He had to be within a year. And he going to hang out with him for 14 days. Then he going to kill him. Yahweh did that. All that alone. That even kills your 3.5 year line. Because he had to do all this within the law. So Yahweh, he did it to where we can look and understand what we was doing. Because we sitting there keep doing animals. He said, no, don't do that. Let me bring you guys a better example. That's why Moses said, hey, you're going to be just like me. He was an example. He said, now this one going to give you the example. Him you better hear because you better follow what he's doing. Which taketh away the sins of the world. Why? He's showing you what you do, you can get rid of them. See, he's a man, not a sheep, showing you how much he loves us. So he sacrificed his only begotten, showing you how much he loved him when you do this. See, and if you cannot show him how much you love him more than them, what we're talking about, your families and stuff, you got a problem. See, because you got to worship him in spirit and in truth, not in flesh. You have to worship him in spirit and in truth, not in flesh. So again, what they have done, they have put their trust in Yahweh, the man, and not in God. Are you with me? You see, I know this tripping a lot of people. See, you put all the trust in Yahweh, the man, and not in what God was teaching us. Because he was an example for us to follow. He was an example for us to follow. Yahweh, what he did, he came here and sacrificed his life for us to gain eternal life. See, Yahweh was raised amongst his brother, a prophet, the first to raise from the dead. That's why he's the top one. He's the head, and that's why he's the head. Because the oldest gets everything, and he's the one that did it. See, God rested on this man and spoke through him, and Yahweh was trying to point us back to the Most High God. But what we did, we slipped up and we messed up, and we started worshiping him as the man, and he's sitting there saying, no, don't you put this on me. Because that one man even came up and said, he said unto him, he said, why they call us me good? Because why? Because he called him good master. Why you calling me good? There's none good but one. That is God. He made himself clear. Don't you put this silliness on me. Understand what is happening. He was an example for us to follow. Meaning what? There's none, including you, me, preachers, teachers, anybody, your little baby, the one in the womb, ain't no one good but one. God. This is from the mouth of Yahweh himself. The one we look to and we have to follow. And he's telling you right here. But what we have done, we have put all our eggs in the basket on him. And that's why we messed up. Because what? Excuse me. Because what we need to understand is what we're doing. Because he's not just believing on him, not going to get you salvation. You have to do what he did. This is the problem that we have. Meaning what? Paul makes it clear. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye also obey, not as in my presence only, but as much in my absence. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Work out your own. He didn't say believe on Yahweh. Work out your own salvation. Excuse me. Why? Because he was an example. He was an example, and everybody put everything on this man. So what it means in that? They'll say they're going to lay it all on the house shy. You just believe, no works behind it. That's your sure way of going to the lake of fire. Thinking through Yahweh Shai, and all you have to do is believe on what he did and put all your sins on him day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. We put them all on him, and that say he need to work out these sins because I'm going to put all my sins on him, and I'm going to continue to go get some more sin, and I'm going to bring those back too. He said, no, you don't do that. I'm an example. It's the same as you take your child and you show them how to do something. You show them how to get it right. You show them examples. That's what Yahweh Shai was doing. He was an example for us to follow. But we want to put all our burdens and call them God laws and put them on him. See, this is the same thing as Adam did with Eve. Putting them all on Yahweh Shai. How? He said there and said, didn't you give me this one? Didn't you? Okay. Okay, Adam, what have you done? Well, it's the woman you gave me. What? Yeah, it's the woman you gave me. That's why I sinned, because you gave me this. No, she was an example. See, we want to carry out these sinful lifestyles to continue to sin. These preachers and teachers, see, and these guys have lied so much to you, and now they can't get enough. So the best thing for them to do, and if you're even listening in, the best thing for you to do, take some of that money, go buy you some $15,000 underwear. Go get the best ones, some $15,000 ones. Go buy the best lighter fluid that you can buy. And light a match. And tell all your followers to do the same. Because all y'all going to the same place. Because what you're doing to them is making them put trust in a man, and you got to be trusting in what he did. And you need to follow in those footsteps. As it says, in Yahweh I will praise his word, in Yahweh I will put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Wow. Wow. But this is what we do. We put our trust in where we shouldn't be doing. See, the God of Israel is the only one who can grant you eternal life or eternal death. Man cannot do nothing. Yahweh Shai had faith and faith brought his work from his faith. However, you being taught not to bear your own crown, your own crucifixion, you put it all on this man to carry it like a flunky. This is what we're doing, to carry it like a flunky. And he made it clear. He made this perfectly clear. The next day, John said, Yahweh shall come unto him, and behold, the Lamb of God. The Lamb of God. Do it say the Lamb of us? Do it say the Lamb of the world? The Lamb of God, that's his. He said, okay, hey son, okay, everybody, y'all want to do y'all want to come here with me? Okay, this is my lamb. Now watch what I do. Watch what my lamb do, because I'm going to do this. So you got to do the same. He's doing it. Showing you how you to do what you need to be doing. Because he's not a flunky. You don't see it saying the Lamb of the world? He'll take away sins if you do what he's doing. He's the Lamb of God only. And it means what? Even until ye are called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow in his steps. I don't know what part we miss here. We have missed the mark so badly. This is what we do. We have put our sinful lives and do everything and think it's clear. Just all we got to do is apologize. But we telling him, keep using that same sheep you got. You got the sheep right next to you, so just kill him again so I can keep sinning. These preachers are selling you a pipe dream. The law was for them in the Old Testament, not for you. What can flesh do? Lie to you. What can flesh do? Lie to you. There's none good but God. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man. Are you seeing? See, he gave us examples, and we putting our confidence in men. See, these false teachers and preachers teaching you, you don't have to do nothing, just believe in what Yahweh shall done. That's it. That's it. All we have to do is believe in what he did, and that's it. Paul said, work out your own salvation. Paul said that. But now someone going to try to run back, well, Yahweh ain't saying that. He say, this, and that. No. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, your own cross, and follow me. Do what I'm doing. Oh, you didn't know that was there. If any mankind, mean man or woman, if you're going to do what he's doing and you're going to come in after me, are you with me? Will come after me, meaning you want to get in. You want to be after me, coming in the resurrection. Then deny yourself and take up his cross. You want to be next. You better deny yourself and come out and take up your own cross. After. Thought point. After he was resurrected. So he's saying, if you want to get this done, take up your cross and follow me. You put all your cares and everything. I paid it all. You come up to me, dude. I don't know you. I didn't tell you that. I told you, take up your cross, take up your crucifixion, take up what's going on with that, and you follow me. You do what I did. See, but we want to listen to these false preachers and everybody else, and then we have our own crown of glory. See, because when the chief shepherd returns, see, that's where you get that crown of glory. That's where you trade that crucifixion in, and you get the crown of glory. But you don't want the crucifixion, you just want the crown of glory. Meaning this. See, and the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. But that's not what we're doing. We're doing it opposite. See, everything wants this and doing nothing for it. The preachers and teachers, as they taught, Yahweh paid it all. All you got to do is believe. Showing up every day in church, Satan paid, and then you're going to pay your, what we want to call your whore union dues. See, they done every week. Sometimes they done in the middle of the week. But you got your whore union dues. See, because he's going to take his off the top. And you don't have to do nothing else but live a riotous life and pay your union dues. Throw your crown in the trash, and that's the same thing as throwing the covenant away. Because that's the crown. Because it tells you, even in the scripture, it says, thou hast made void the covenant of thy servant. So we voided that. Thou hast profaned his crown by casting it to the ground. Because we don't want to hold on to anything. So we didn't cast that to the ground. We don't need that. You paid it all. You paid it all for me. So it's nothing for us to do. You paid it all. So we won't cast this crown on the ground, and when I get up there, I just need you to say, thank you. That's not going to work. Because he's commanded us to do something. He told us we need to be doing something. And it says, even in Deuteronomy, and Yahweh commanded us to do all these statutes to fear Yahweh our God for our good always, that he might preserve us with life as it is this day. He said, do. Do is an action word, not a faith on something and do nothing. Just believe, that's what they want to do. Just believe work? No. And he goes on more. And it should be our righteousness if we observe. If we observe, we observing it, we seeing, you seeing what Yahweh Shai done. You observing what he done. You watched him carefully. You took notes. We observed it. We watched him. Okay, he went, he baptized, check. Okay, he got no sin in him, check. People acted a fool, still crucified him and killed him over just because he's just talking about the Most High Father. Check, check. Now, what I need to do all these commandments before Yahweh our God. Oh, so we just do them before God and not before the people. Don't worry about what everyone else is saying. Check. Are you with me? See, if we observe what he was doing, we know it because we see it in the book. To do. Oh, then we just do them. All these commandments before Yahweh. Do it say do all these commandments before somebody else. Do all these commandments before someone else. No, you don't see that. Before Yahweh or God. Are you with me? See, this is what happens. See, it says, do all these, but we have to observe and do what he's doing. He was an example. So we observed it. We took the careful notes because we constantly read the books. So don't get me wrong. We have a lot of us where we would truly study the book. Truly study the book. And we see what Yahweh Shai done. And they come to the realization that all you have to do is believe on him. Moses even tell you to observe. We seen what he done. We done read on it. Oh, he done did this. He did this. Wow, wow, wow. But it says to do. But then we got to do them. No, we don't want to do that. No, I'm not doing that. I'm out. I'm out, dog. No, I was cool. It was cool for him doing it. But I'm gonna believe what that preacher's saying, and he paid it all. So all I gotta do is believe what he's saying. So I'm out. I'm out, dog. I'm deuces. Really? This is what we do. These commandments we have to do. And what do that mean? See, right? Observe and watch carefully and to take note and do, meaning to carry out. Do. That's what that means. Do. Carry out, to perform, to execute, to bring something and doing something. What? All the commandments before the Lord our God. This shows you love him and he loves you, and Yahweh loves you and you love him. Because if you love flesh more than the Most High God and everything else of what people are doing, you ain't worthy of him. So he showed us what to do. But if we do it the other way, we got a problem. He that loveth his father and mother more than me is not worthy of me. He's telling you clearly, if you love your mother and father, this flesh that's before you more than him, you're not worthy of him. He's making himself clearly here. If you love them more than him, you're not worthy of him. Meaning what? You are not going into the kingdom. He that loves his son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. You do the same with the daughters and the sons. Are you with me? This is the problem. But they teach you the flip side and not to do it. But why is this here? Because this is the main thing as he's going to continually go down through. He said, he that taketh not his cross. Wow. If you don't want to take hold to what you have done and you start doing it right and you just keep putting it on him, you ain't taking up your cross. You ain't taking up what you have done. You putting it on him. And follow after me, it's not worthy of me. Many of us don't take up our cross. Jesus paid it all. This is what they do. You're not worthy of him. This is the problem that we have. We have to understand why it's this way. Because we always keep putting it on him. Meaning what? It says, hereunto ye are called, as Christ suffered, leaving an example that ye should follow in his steps. The example is to take up your cross. The example is you to take up your cross and follow him. Because if you don't take up your cross, you're not worthy of him. See, then, that for that penny, they don't want to do that. Because that's the doctrine. 1 penny, that's the doctrine. That's the fooling what people don't get. That 1 penny is the doctrine. The doctrine. And we follow it. We take up our cross and we follow it in his steps. And it tells you plain as day. And when the chief shepherd shall return, ye shall receive the crown of glory and fadeth not away. Why it says that? Because this is the true crown of the glory that fadeth not away. It's the place that we're trying to get. The place in peace and fine gold increase. Meaning what? In the increase of his government, peace, there shall be no end. Peace, there shall be no end. upon the throne of David, upon his kingdom, to order it, to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts will perform this. Meaning what? Once we have done this in righteousness to him, in what was entrusted to us, not what the false preachers and teachers is teaching, he will bring you then into the house of glory, eternity. And now you work in the king's house and no longer in the field. You're getting a promotion. Let's look at this again. And the increase of his government, in peace there shall be no end. And upon this kingdom order it, and establish judgment with justice henceforth and forever. Zeal of Yahweh of hosts will perform this. You want to get a promotion. Everybody wants that promotion. It is promotion. Meaning what? Let me explain this. We're going to look. For the kingdom of heaven is as comparison as a man traveling unto a far country, who called his servants and delivered unto them his goods. Understand real closely what's happening. So he delivered them his goods. So this is the Most High God's house being compared to a man who is called the servant and gave them some goods. I want you to stay with me. I want you to stay with me on this. And what happened? And unto one, he gave 5 talents. Unto one, he gave 5 talents. To another, 2. In another, 1. To every man according to his several ability. Are you with me? So it wasn't that he was not being equal and unfair, or being unfair about it, but he gave him according to his several ability. So one received 5, one received 2, one received 1, according to his ability. And straightway took his journey. And then he bounced. Same thing what they do. Same thing what we say in Cali. Then they bounce. And talents meaning nothing but weight. How much of that doctrine they gonna have? So some gonna have 5 talents of heavy doctrine. You notice the 5? See that 5 talents, they got the full book. Some gonna have 2. Some gonna have 1. Are you with me? See, this is how Yahweh's like to flip it up. See, because those 5 talents is going through those first 5 books, and they know it. But some they know 2 pretty good, but they still go out and they still working. And some gonna have 1 and supposed to go out and go work. We'll watch what happens. And he that had received 5 talents went out and traded the same and made them another 5 talents. Boy, he out there putting in work. He's putting in work. Traded what? Traded that doctrine. Had them to trade in. They jacked up doctrine. And he gave them their doctrine. The doctrine that they was having, they traded that in. Why is it saying that? Then he said, Lo, I come to do thy will, O God. He taketh away the first. He took them, that I may establish the second. That I may establish the second. To do thy will. Get rid of that doctrine and let me give you a better doctrine. Let me give you the doctrine of the Most High. But he goes on, and likewise, that had received 2, he also gained. He also came up. He came up himself and gained another 2. He also gained another 2. Another 2. He did. And meaning what? Doing just like the one with the 5. So he said he had 2. He gained 2. So he did absolutely no different than what the one that had the 5. But he had received 1, went and digged in the earth. Understand what that's saying. And hid the Lord's money. You see, it's the Lord's money. So that's telling you that's his doctrine. That's where all the worth is. So that's why it says it that way. But so what he was doing, he gonna till the ground. He gonna sit there and he gonna do the other one. See, this is the false teachers with that 1. See, and they hid that doctrine, his money in the earth, and continue to teach the doctrine of the earth and hide the truth. Are you with me? See, this is what was going on. And then it says, and after a long time, Yahweh of those servants cometh. So he comes back and reckon with them. Meaning what? He returned and he's going to reckon with them. He's going to make an account with them. He want to see what's going on. With the doctrine that was given to them, it was written upon your heart. I'm going to give you pastors according to my heart to teach you with knowledge and understanding. I'm going to give some much. I'm going to give some little. I'm going to give some 1. But when I come back, I'm going to make an account. And it should be to gain entrance. It should have some interest on what I was giving out. But what happened? And it said, and so one had received 5 talents came and brought the 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I gained besides them 5 talents more. Besides those, I done gained some more. I put in some work, Most High. I put some work in, and this is what I got. I done gained 5 more. And Yahweh said unto him, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will put thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. Come on into the house, my brother. Come on in. You gonna hang out with me. You gonna hang out with me. But also, that had 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I had gained 2 other talents besides them. I did like, if you would have gave me some more, I think I could have did it. But you gave me 2, I got 2. I put in work too. But if you would have gave me a few more, Lord, I would have put that work. I would have put that work right in for you. Yahweh said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee rule over many things. Thou enter into the joy of the Lord. He said the exact thing that he said to the one with the 5. The identical thing. Putting in work. But then we got them preachers and stuff of LA and Detroit and all over the United States. Then we got them. Then the ones received the 1 talent. Lord, I knew thee. Thou art a hard man. Why? Keeping them commandments. I know that. Reaping where thou not sown. You know how arrogant that is? Same as Adam said, this is who you gave me. Do you know how arrogant that is? See, we need to take our time and really go through these scriptures. He's saying, he's telling the Most High, where Yahweh Shai and them didn't go. I know your heart, man. Reaping where thou hast not sown. So you want me to go somewhere where you ain't even been. So since you ain't been there, why you want me to go? Look at it. Reaping where thou hast not sown. You want to go somewhere, and now you want me to go, and you want me to reap it. You want me to plant seeds, but then you want to return on it. Look at it. Understand it. Understand it. But he gets even deeper. Because he got an and gathering where thou hast not strawed. You think he ain't cocky? You think he ain't cocky? He gonna get one talent, and the first thing gonna come out of his mouth, I know thou art a hard man. And I know, man, you know them commandments. And then you want me to go over there and teach that to them? Are you serious? Are you serious, Lord? You want me to go over there and teach some people over there, and you ain't been there? They don't even know who you are. Lord, I tell you what, Lord, can you open up your own book and go to, Lord, no, Lord, I don't want to hear it. Go to Isaiah 1:3. Lord, no, Lord, don't go to Isaiah 1:3. Don't, no, Lord, no, Peter, no, Lord, read it. You read it to me, Lord. Ox knoweth his owner, ass his master crib. But Israel do not know it and will not consider. Now, you want me to go where they don't even know? Lord, are you serious? They don't even know. And you want me to sow over there? And you want me to go over there and do this work? And you ain't gathered? Are you serious? I was afraid. So what I did, which was the most common thing to do, went and hid thy talent in the earth. To there thou as that is thine. So I just kept it. I just kept it for you. Because I'm going to continue to teach the doctrine that the liar's doing. And then when you guys decide to come over and you come through there, then I come through. I glean, then I glean the rest. That's what I do. That's what I do. Then I do all these things. But Lord, you ain't sold there. And you want people to keep your word, keep a covenant, keep something, and they're not getting nothing immediate in return. And you want me to do this? Lord, won't tell you what, sometimes, I know you create, Lord, I know you create all things. I read Job. I know, Lord, but sometimes you need to talk to me. When you get time, talk to me. I'm going to school you, Lord, because you just don't know what they want to do to me if I come in there telling them about a doctrine that you talking about. So I hid it in the earth. I hid that. I had to hide that doctrine because, Lord, I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't even, no, Lord, I don't want to hear that, Lord. Don't you know I wouldn't have been here when you would have got back if I would have been telling them what you want me to tell them like this with this one talent? Lord, you just don't understand this. The Most High sees you as a fool. You're supposed to go there and do what you're supposed to do, but they don't have this doctrine. And he told you to go there and do it. That's why he gave it to you. And he gonna get mad I know thee that thou art a hard man. Are you serious? Look at verse 20. A hard man. You don't even understand the disrespect that he's doing here. But guess what? All them false preachers is doing the same thing. Now it's just coming a little bit closer. They doing the same thing. So what they do? They're afraid to tell you what the truth is. Why? Because you're going to shorten up on their money. Why? Because you most likely, most likely you're not going to come there. So what you do? You're afraid you're going to lose something, so you hide the doctrine. Why? You ain't sold there anyway. I can go there and pump another lie. And then when he do come through, then we can get to the truth, and I don't have no problem switching over. Look at it. I don't care how you look at it, how you flip it. It's going to come out the same way. It's going to come out the same way. And Yahweh answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant. I think, me personally, I think the Most High was too nice. That's just me. Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reap where I sow not. I reap where I sow not, and gather where I not strawed. He had to check this fool. He had to check this dude. This is the problem. Thou oughtest therefore have put my money in the exchangers. You might as well gave it to the ones who were doing sacrificing the animals. This is what you should have went on and did. And then at my coming, I should have received my own with usury. Are you getting this? He said, so then I just would have came on back and I just would have got my sheep back. The same as what we was doing. Because all the earth is his. That's all he was saying. But they're going to tell you all kind of other stuff. All kind of other stuff. But he goes on more. Therefore, take the talent from him. So they took it from him and gave it unto him who had 10 talents. So he took it from me and gave it to the other one. Gave that doctrine to the other one. And meaning this, for everyone that have shall be given. So if it's written on your heart, you're going to get it. Oh, he gets more. He got a clause in there. It said, and he shall have abundance. So it's going to come. But from him that have not shall be taken away. So even if you got it, it'll be taken away. Even that which he had. So that you had, it's going to be taken. It's going to be taken. Why? Because it's meaning this. You are given the truth, yeah, but with the false teachers and preachers, what they do? They want to teach more than the truth. They want to teach more because they don't, Most High God word. See, you can't get money out of it. You can't get money out of this. Because I sit there and I tell you, well, we're going to try this title now. You're going to come up with all these issues. Because you can't get money out of it. Especially when I talk to you. I already know it. But I work for him, so I'm good. But the main thing is telling us about what we need to be doing is not the most people see appealing or glamorous type job to have. I just, it don't bother me. I'm cool with it because I'm going to tell you the benefits is unreal. All I want to do is collect my pension. That's it. That one penny, that one pension. I can kick back for eternity. I'm good. But some don't see it that way. They see it the other way. So it goes on. He said, and cast ye the unprofitable servant who couldn't gain no more souls. You cast that unprofitable servant into the other darkness. The one that's teaching those lies, you cast him into the other darkness. But guess what? There should be weeping and gnashing of teeth. It ain't just one gashing of teeth. It's going to be them that was with him. So those preachers and teachers you thought was so nice, so clean, they're going to be thrown in darkness. The ones that had the planes and all this stuff, teaching you to lie, they're going to be thrown in darkness. Many that receive knowledge and understanding, however, it is unprofitable in their opinion on what was given to them. So they take the doctrine for bait and then they switch it for one that is profitable for them in the flesh. That's all they did. They buried it in the earth, so they buried it in the body. Understand how this goes. It's in the body. And he taught another. See, this is why he's going to separate the good from the bad fruit, the wheat from the tares. See, many is called to this work, but few are chosen. See, we are to throw them false teachers and preachers into utter darkness with the truth of the word. They'll sit there and people, oh, how much they dislike this. I can care less because I don't work for you. I work for the Most High. This is why many times you can go down this road and it'll be a lonely road because true servants are not part of this world. See, we have no mothers, no fathers, no brothers and sisters of this world. We're fatherless of this world. So we have to stick together. That is not of this world. We're the orphans of this world because it's a certain way. So we are not of this world. So we're homeless. But he stretched forth his hands towards his disciples. See, he stretched forth his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brother. We're all orphans in this world. But we do the works of the Father. We got a home. And we're going to come into the house. So you have to remember what he said. We have to remember what's going on. He said, and whosoever do the will of my Father. So we have to do the will of my Father who is in heaven. The same is my brother and my sister and my mother. So we fleshly here, we're orphans. Not literal, not figurative, literal. We're not figurative here as an orphan. We figurative here as to showing you the illustration. But our home is not here. This is the thing. Not banking on what he did. So they hide the doctrine and give you a feel-good message. So again, he sent laborers into his vineyard. He sent laborers into your vineyard, and he agreed with the laborers for a penny a day. For 1 penny a day. For 1 penny into his vineyard. So them that has a pure heart towards the Most High God will work in his vineyard. Because what he said, now therefore if you obey my voice, if we obey his voice and we working in that vineyard and keep my covenant, ye should be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. For all the earth is mine. So everything's his. And we did what? We all agreed. We all agreed, but some didn't. See, so it's he that which had the one talent came and said, I know thee that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown. Where thou hast not sown. So since he didn't sow there, he had no reason to teach there. This is the arrogancy that they do now. So what they do, for money, they get planes and everything else and go teach Satan's doctrine all over the world. Think about it. Since his has no money in it and you'll receive the crown of glory, they want to show you in the flesh so they can get planes and live the lap of luxury. And then say, okay, Satan pays better and I can get better things, so I'm going to work for him. And some of them are rewarded with great things. So what they do. So they'll spread his doctrine all over the world. And love doing it for him. But this one, the pay is for the penny. But your benefits is unreal. But he hid the doctrine. He hid it. I was afraid, so I went and hid the talent in the earth. And he taught another. And there, lo, thou hast is thine. So he didn't only do that. Lo, there thou hast is thine. He gave him the doctrine back. No, I don't even want to teach that. He gave it back. You understand it? This is the silliness that we do. These false preachers, these false teachers out there. And there's many of them out there. Teaching doctrines of heresy. Why? Because they want to say this. For Yahweh know that the day there eat thereof, then your eyes should be open, and ye should be as gods, knowing good and evil. This is what they teach. This is what they are teaching. And they keep going. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, the tree to be desired, and it's talking about nothing but knowledge of what this is talking about, to make one wise, she took of the fruit, she took of that doctrine there and did eat. And she ate it. And gave also to her husband with her, and he did eat. Lying to as many people as they can do about the truth. Because Adam and Eve had got into the doctrine of Satan. This is the problem today. Why? Because they teach the doctrine of Satan, because the ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophets that teaches lies is his tail. It's telling you this. It's telling you this clearly. Preachers come and you honor them. And first, if they're not real, a pastor that a preacher, you put him as your head, the pastor. Now they became celebrity preachers. And then we as people, we honor them and such, and the true ones that honor the Father, meaning what? They want to honor them and give them appreciations, give them rewards. So when you get people like me coming and there's nothing in there, the first thing y'all want to say, what is his angle? What is his angle? Why? Because we doing according to the Most High's heart? We teaching according to his heart? To feed you with knowledge and understanding? If you come and you feeding in another that's coming that say other things to you and get money from you, he's the lion. That's the one you want to hold to? See, this is why we're going to have a problem with teachers as such. See why the statement Yahweh said he made that so clear. For many are called, but few are chosen. For many are called, but few are chosen. And we was called into the field to do a work. And we come into the field and we do the work. And we do the work, and once we finish, we can get in the house. And feed however we want to feed. And see as many as everybody come in and see. So meaning what? Come in and see, and then we can learn from the doctrines from all things that went on. But they don't want to do that. See, because they don't want to be in that state, because they want to be rich. And Yahweh became poor. It tells you clear. You know that the grace of our Lord Yahweh Shai Messiah, though he was rich, yet for our sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich. But they show you the riches and tell you, if you do what we're doing, you can get this too. If you do what we're doing, you can get this too. Render therefore unto Caesar things which are Caesar's, and unto God things which are God. It's you. It's you. You are created in the image of God. You are created in his worth. You're created in his money. You're created in what's worth to him. But you put your money in your lifestyle in the other. It's the same as you like to go, and people like what we do, and I'm telling you, and they love doing this. You have people that they'll be invited somewhere. And the biggest thing they love to do is this. They sit there and they just got invited yesterday. And they come and they think since they the hottest thing in the world, they're gonna come and sit where they don't even supposed to sit. They got reserve on there and they gonna sit there because they think, oh, I know I look good. And your butt don't even supposed to sit there. You just got invited. But this is what we do. Why? Because you're taught that way. They say, name it, claim it. Claim it. Claim that victory. So he put forth a parable for those who was bidden when he was marked, how they chose out the chief room, saying unto them, let's see what happened. When thou art bidden, when you're invited to any man to a wedding. But what do we do? Sit not down in the highest room, lest a more honorable man than thou be bidden of him. Meaning what? You come, you think you the cat's meow, and you gonna sit in the highest room. You gonna sit, okay, well, no, I'm not gonna sit back there. I'm gonna sit right here because it's better here. But it got reserved. Okay, I know it got reserved, but shoot, who gonna tell me? Look at me. I know I look good, and they're gonna leave me there. Got reserved there, not for you. I can care less. I can care. Okay. And he that bade thee then come and say unto thee, give this man place. Get your butt up. Who told your butt to? Can somebody come change the forks and everything here? Because we don't know who this is, and they don't need to be sitting there. Now you got to stand there. Now it was overcrowded. Now your butt standing up there against the wall, trying to wait. And then they're gonna put you a little TV tray in the restaurant, and then they're gonna sit there and say, you can sit here, and let me go get you a chair out the back. And thou began with shame to take the Lord's room. Now you thought you were supposed to sit up there because you had the audacity, because they taught you these lies. And this is what happens. Get Get your butt out. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm just telling you, being personal with you for a minute. I see this happens. I just happen to like when I see that happen. Because they come in and they walk and they just think, oh, I'm gonna sit right here. And you don't supposed to even be sitting there. And most times you know it. And they get checked. They get checked. You know, I have a cousin. She's more than 100, and we went to her 100th birthday. We went over there. She had it during the week, so we went there to just see how she was doing. And some people sat there to celebrate her day, where they wasn't supposed to sit. Where they wasn't supposed to sit. Got checked. She's more than 100 and I think 3 or 4 now. But sit over there. Yeah, let's go over there and see how she's doing. We go over there and that's what goes down. Got checked. But when thou art bidding, go sit down in the lowest room. And when he that bade thee cometh, he may say unto thee, friend, come up higher. Then thou shalt have worship in the presence of them that sit at meat with thee. That's when you get up there. That's when that happens. That's when that goes down. See, this is the problem that we have. Meaning what? The scripture fulfilled, saying Abraham believed, and it was imputed to him as righteousness. And he was called a friend of God. Saying to thee, friend, because you're obeying the rules. See, you're called a friend of God because it's fulfilled in the commandments of God, keeping the covenant, meaning this. Meaning this, whosoever exalts himself shall be abased. Meaning abased means reduced to the lowest state, humble, downgraded, degraded. You're gonna be abased. You're gonna be humbled. Get your butt up out that chair. Oh no, I thought I was sitting there. I didn't want to sit back. And get your butt up out this chair. Don't know you. I'm gonna bat your little eyes. Get your butt back there. And he that humbles himself shall be exalted. So when you're invited to the party, you agree to one thing, you go out there and you work. You do what you're supposed to do. Don't trip. They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house, and thou shalt make them drink of the rivers of thy pleasures. So this is the outcome when you enter the truth and not into a lie. With that, we say amen. Because many people of us, we don't believe what's happening, and we need to really get what's happening on a lot of stuff. But we actually never do. What we love to do is everything contrary to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and check a few things. And then also we have another thing, if you get a chance to go over there tomorrow. We have one, I think I have it, if I can do it, because they told me I can do it. So 1 second. But we have one going out there, and you'll see I'm putting it in there. Let me see. And yeah, that was the one, but that's not the one I was trying to do. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it in there. So we have something we actually going to start next week. And if I can get it, let me see. Because I thought they would have did it, but they gave me the thing. So I'm actually I can do it. So what we're going to do here is go through it. So basically what's going to happen next week, besides what we was doing, but still, our regular Sabbath day, we still do the same thing always. But basically what's going to happen here is, I actually got it there now. If you go to the Moab, you can actually see it. Then I wouldn't do nothing until tomorrow. But technically, you'll see in there, it got Lo, I come in the Bible or the book with me. Technically what we're going to do, we're going to be putting together a book. It's about a 2.5 year journey. What we're going to do, we're going to go verse by verse all the way through the Bible. But there you're going to be doing your own Bible, which we provide the tools for you. But then with that, we're going to give you all the precepts for your Bible, and then you can either print the Bible, or you can also use it as the EPUB, or use it as a PDF, whatever reader that you like. So if you like it on paper, most people get it on paper, and then most of it you can still get it where it'll be paper-wise. It's still going to spend about $30-40 once you convert it into paper. But technically, what's going to happen? You're going to get about 500,000, a little bit more, precepts for your entire Bible, and we're going to go through a book at a time, verse at a time. You'll be able to put your own precepts in there yourself. That's what we're doing. So get a chance, you go over there, check it out, see what we're doing. And they'll be given on we'll be on YouTube, but we'll be over on the new side of it, where it says the Kids King James Bible University, which is for kids, young adults, and adults. It's for everybody to go over there to where you guys can sit there and we're actually going to march through the Bible, which will shut down all doctrine, because you will be able to precept your own Bible. So everybody's Bible will be coming up different because you can structure it the way you want. Technically what's happening. So get a chance, go over there, check it out, and that's what it's actually called. And what we're going to do right now, I need to set this up because we're going to go in the back for a hot second. So what I'm going to do is set up to where we can meet, then I take a couple of questions. And let me set another one to where we can get it. Let me schedule a webinar, then I can give it to my my people. Let me see 1 second. Sorry. Question and answers. Hey. So what I'm getting ready to do, I'm doing that right now. So just give me one quick second. So I'm gonna do this for 10:25. I'm gonna start it at 10:25. So I'm only gonna be right here for a minute because I got some other stuff I'm doing with them in the back. So I'm setting this in. I can give it to them. So give me one hot second. We just about got it. And got that. It's copied. Let me put my sister's name in there. I gotta sign. Oh, I gotta sign in. Dang, that's weird. And go there. And G-N. So one hot second. Okay, I'm there. So let me put these people in here real quick. Let me send them those. Sister Finkley, where she's at? Oh dang it! Because they're gonna have the access to where you guys can get in. So I'm doing each one to where you guys will be able to get in. And we have Sister Dana. There we go. So they now have the links to where you guys can get in the back, to where you can get access to the back. So now I can take over a couple of calls. And let's go through here. So we having what's going on, and I'm trying to see any questions. So we might be doing questions just in the back. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Please hit the. Oh yeah. Yeah. If you guys like it, please hit the like on there. And and that'll help greatly. I'm trying to see if there are any questions. Yeah, and Judith. Oh, okay. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's first time seeing this, but I don't see really many questions. And it's something to Melvin. I don't know if that's to my brother or the other one. So what we want you guys to do, it looks like I might be going back there a little bit sooner. So, because I don't see any questions. But the main thing is just to make sure that you guys can, and I appreciate it. But one of the main things is you really got to watch a lot of these people out there teaching, because they're going to always teach you contrary to what the White Bible says. And that's the biggest thing you watch, because literally they teach you a doctrine that will actually land you directly into the lake of fire. And I'm not seeing much questions here. So we might be going back here sooner than I think. So we might be going back here actually right on time in 4 minutes. And we have this, but then if you guys but please check if you look at that video, it's a video actually out there on Creflo, literally giving you a vice versa doctrine. And I'm talking about he's telling you Satan is telling you to keep the commandments of God so you can fail. I literally can show it to you. And I showed it a couple, but it's literally unreal. And Brother Vincent, the one sent me, I'm talking you watch him say this. It's not something you hear behind the scenes. You see him, he's live moving, and he says this. If you keep the commandments of God, you actually doing the works of Satan. All you gotta do is go down and look at it. So hopefully you guys look at, but it's on YouTube, because that's where I got the link from. And yes, somebody saying they saw it yesterday, but you have to see it, and you have to see a lot of people under delusion. Where can I get a T-shirt? Fringes, very interesting question. Y'all president, not mine, y'all's, just kind of like a little thing thrown at you. The T-shirts, if you want T-shirts, you can actually go over to the Moab, and they got a store over there, and tons of stuff over there. But what they do, because what they did, they blocked it. So a lot of people who bought shirts and stuff like that with the fringes, we actually going to end up refunding them all their money, because right now, y'all president got it caught up in customs to where they won't let them over because of who we are. So we can't get them. But we have another way we're going to go around it, which is better, because what Dr. Shaw and them have done, we also getting the material in the it's this liquid, which where you will put the holes in your the 12 holes that's required to be in your shirt. And then I'm gonna show you some stuff to what you can get the fringe, which we'll also have over there. It'll keep your shirt to where it won't fringe, it won't ravel. It's weird. It's really weird. You put it on there, you put it in there, but then it takes it maybe about 10-15 minutes, and once it's dry, you can wash your clothes constantly. It don't even matter after that. They're never frail. They'll never fringe. Never. I will wash mine, but they never fringe out. And it'll come in the thing, and it'll last. You probably can buy one bottle, and it will last you probably a year or two, and you can be doing a ton of stuff. And that's how long, because you only gonna use a little, and it literally makes that hole solid. So you don't have to go try to sew around the hole or put something around it or put eyelets around. You don't have to do anything. All you do is, that's what he's saying. So he's saying, so if they don't release it, that's what he's going to do. He's going to have it to where it'll be over in the store and you can actually buy it, and then you can do your own shirts like that, and same thing, and then fringe them up. So that's what we're doing. Okay, let me see. Thank you, Hebraist. But Matthew made sense. And I appreciate it. And keep the commandments. Keeping the commandments are the works of Satan. He believes this. Go there. I'm telling you, just put in Creflo. Oh man, Creflo said keeping the commandments is the works of Satan. Put in something to that. I guarantee you'll pull it up. And this is a video. You're going to watch him say it. It's only like a minute and 10 seconds. Please do it. You're going to see it for yourself. Please give my question some thought. I don't know what your question is. Thought. I'm trying to. Shalom, my question could be answered. Okay, my question I wish could be answered, as well as I strive to make into the kingdom. With all this division among Israel, how will we ever be a nation? One, I can answer it for you right now. One, we still a nation. Doesn't matter. We just not confederate with each other. That's the problem. We contend with each other, and we keep looking at biggest issue. We keep looking at a man. The first thing they want to do is put up a man. As soon as they put this man up there, everybody looked at this man. The same one said, "I had a dream. I had a dream." You know, people sit there. Some people used to have a real issue too. When I talk about somebody, I can literally show you documentation. This man who said, "I had a dream, I had a dream," who many people was deceived by him, he's the same person. The same person got an award from Margaret Singer. Who is Margaret Singer? Margaret Singer is the ones that built the Planned Parenthoods, and her main purpose was putting those out there was to destroy the black people. He got an award from her that he actually accepted for help putting those Planned Parenthood in our communities. And he went on even more. Do your research. Please do your research on him. He even said that we should stop having children if you're poorly educated. Go pull it up. I guarantee you'll find, and you'll see this is in some of his quotes. They wouldn't show you in certain places, but you will see these are in his quotes. These are in government documents. We are poorly educated and should be limited in or should not have children. Martin Luther King. Go pull it. He gonna shock you after death. So people, you got some of these older people might sit there, "Oh, yeah, he's this, he's talking this." Come to me. I'm very open. I will sit right there with you. Do it public, however you want to do it. You can come tell me what King did, and I can show you all what King was not. King did everything against you, and we didn't know it. Why? He came up here as an angel of light. I think Jesse Jackson did it too, and there are quite a few others, but them two, and everybody looked at them. And he been saying we're gonna have a dream before I was born. Show me where we have progressed from marching. Show me one, just one time where we progressed from where we was marching. But let me see. I don't see Sunday count. Actually, that's pretty slick. I like that. But I think I gave them enough time to get it. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in the back. Planned Parenthood are in the black community. Yes, they clearly in the black community, and now we just have other people mixing there. But however, that's what they was planning to do. And I appreciate it being for real. So we just gotta understand. Stop putting our trust in men. You gotta put your trust in the Most High God, not in man. And that's what we do. First thing we do, one die, we go look for another one. One die, we go look for another one. One die, we go look for another one. And he's telling you all the time, look to me. No, you cool, God, but I need to find somebody. Yeah. I don't know who asked that. Do I use the book of Enoch? No. Enoch 1 don't have a book. So I don't even know why you put that in there. And then you're actually using a so-called Hebrew name. And I said so-called because it's actually not Hebrew. But the main thing is, no, the Book of Enoch is not real. And tell you what, you come off as showing as a woman. So I'm gonna ask you a question. How can spiritual flesh have sex with fleshly flesh? One, how can a one of those, what you'll call actually a hybrid, he got 450 foot tall. Would you let a 450 foot tall person go into you? I'm just asking the question, because that's in there. That's in the Book of Enoch. You answer me that, because I already know what the answer is. Yeah, people are coming aware was problematic. Yeah, and register something. Yeah, go over to the Moab. You can sign up over there. Yeah. And it's saying Michael is his real name. Let me see what they saying here. Yeah, I do a class. I guess somebody said my name is real. I can actually check my driver's license, but was named that from birth. So I don't know. I guess somebody was saying. I guess somebody said my name is not Michael. That'd be interesting. Yes, Michael is his real name. Yeah, because I see McLeod saying yes, Michael is his real name. He changed his name. Dang. Oh yeah. Oh no, she doing Martin. And what that is actually saying, yeah, Michael's is actually real name, but he changed it to Martin because Martin is actually in Greek, it's actually an adversary to the Most High God. Go check it out, and you'll actually be floored. But Michael is actually his real name, but he changed it. And go bring Sabbath. So I thought they slept with angels and they became okay. Again, how can spirit sleep with flesh? I don't get it. Sister Finkley or daughter of Zion, can one of you guys make sure she can get in the back? Because I want to talk to her. I please, because I do know you got a couple of camps that love teaching that, and actually, I'm gonna do one on Enoch. Actually, I got one on Enoch, but it makes no sense. Enoch would never. Enoch was a simple-minded man. It tells you that in the Bible. He was simple-minded, meaning what? He can easily be persuaded into doing other things. So God killed him early. Why? To preserve him, to keep him in the state that he was in. If Enoch had a book, all they're going to say is he pleased God, because that was his testimony. So how is it that this man who didn't start following the Most High until after he got 65 years old, now all of a sudden, he's the man? I don't know. Yeah, but please, can y'all make sure she come in the back, because I need to see this. King set us back. But I can't deny what this brother's saying. I don't know if his brother said. I can't refute that. I cannot refute that, because the only reason I can't refute it, I think about the monument they got in Washington, and it says where the mountain failed you. Who is the mountain? Exactly the point. The stone of hope, and it's him. He's replacing God and saying, "You put faith in me." Get rid of. Go pull it up. You see right on the side where the stone failed you. Or the stone failed, something to that effect. Go look at it. They still putting this man up. They want you to see this man as God. Please explain what does speaking in tongues of angels. Tongues of angels, they know the best parables and everything else. Same thing as example, you can see where Idris was talking to an angel, and Idris got cocky. So the angel asked him a question. And it was a parable, which he couldn't get. And he asked him how much air weighed and all this, and it threw him. But speaking in tongues with people, blah, 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 that's confusion. That's the spirit of Satan. And I say that all day long, and then I can show you that all day long. People who say they talk in tongues, blah, 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 whatever, however they do that, that is the spirit of Satan. That's showing that is evident, showing Satan is dwelling in you. Period. And I can prove that all day long in Scripture. Because Satan has evidence, as well as the Spirit of God that dwells in you is based on knowledge, because you have a knowledge of God. That's the spirit of holiness that's in you, because you have the knowledge of the Most High. Knowledge of Satan is confusion. Evident, blah, 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 unama, that's evident. But be more than happy to speak with you, and I can prove all that. I can prove everything I will prove to you. I will literally show it to you in Scripture. Okay, so again, you come in the back. I thought, okay, even though he cast angels to the earth, still, and they became earthly flesh. Okay, show me where they became earthly flesh in the Scriptures. See, again, you coming up with a doctrine that's not there. You saying angels was cast to the earth, meaning. See, now you see right there, you got in there meaning. They became earthly flesh. Prove that, because Scripture don't say that nowhere. You say it, but the Scripture don't say it. So come in the back. I'd be more than happy to talk with you, because literally what you're saying, you creating a doctrine. Please check your email. Okay. Yeah, how do I get more? Yeah. Brother Ben said, yeah, those sisters that's in there, those are the ones that'll get you back there. Okay. Yeah, you can use the phone. I can. Well, it don't come off as an assumption. It come off that you were taking that as truth. And just like I said, I'm reading what you're writing, and you saying, I guess it was an assumption, but you making the statement as it is true to you. So what I'm gonna do, I've been on here way more than long enough. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get ready to go in the back, and we're gonna pick up from there. So with that, everybody who joined in, hopefully that you guys will really gain some understanding from these false preachers, because they literally is doing the same thing where, and you see how mothers and fathers find it the most disgusting, where a man put a woman on a street corner and pimp her out. I just want you to make sure you understand what's happening there. The church, where they making you pay tithes, they doing the same thing to you. Because tithe, that money was never required of you to do. You needed a body to dwell in. But if you give any money, it's the same as he's putting you on the street corner. So hopefully you guys got some understanding from it. And until next time, I'll bid to everybody, shalom.